Why am I so good in creative, yet so bad in arena? This is a question I get asked a ton from people who are creative warriors who think they have everything they need to do well in arena, yet can't get the champs or just always die to bad players. I myself used to be in this situation, and over the years I've learned so much about exactly what you need to do to transfer skill from creative to arena, so let's hop right into it. So the first thing I'm going to be going over is the biggest thing holding back most creative warriors, and that's not being well-rounded. Most creative warriors have really fast and flashy mechanics, but have horrible aim, either because they have a really high sense or because they just don't want to aim train and only care about mechanics. One of my friends is one of the best creative warriors. I'll show you a clip of him now, but anytime we 1v1 I usually end up winning just because my aim is so much better than his. In creative, mechanics are slightly more important than aim, but in arena, aim is way more important than mechanics or any other skill. It doesn't matter how fast you build towards me, if I hit you for 180 and you miss your shotgun shot, I'm gonna win the fight every time. If you want to start doing well in arena and tournaments, you have to aim train no matter how good your aim actually is. Every single pro aim trains, but most pros never really do mechanics training. They might 1v1 every now and then, but that's mostly for fighting practice and not for mechanics. I guarantee that if every creative warrior spent all their time aim training instead of free building or mechanics training, they would do substantially better in game. I'm not going to actually talk about how to improve your aim because I just made a video on that, so I would definitely recommend watching that video after you finish this one. Now once you feel like your aim is up to par with your mechanics, you've got everything you need to do well, you just have to build up your fighting sense. If you have the mechanical skill to be able to do every single build move and retake, it all comes down to knowing which one to do at the right time. Knowing when to jump in a box versus taking a peek, knowing when to go for a window edit versus a peanut butter edit. Things like this can't really be taught, and the only way to learn them is to actually die from them. This is why VOD reviewing and looking over how you died is so important, because if you don't pay attention and actually find out what you did wrong, you're not going to learn from it and you're just going to die that same way the next game. If you are paying attention though, after you die a few times for making a certain edit, your brain will recognize that you probably shouldn't do that edit, and the next time you'll try a different edit. If that edit doesn't work, try another one, and eventually you'll find the most optimal peaks and plays for every situation, and it's at that point where you'll start destroying everyone in your lobby because you know how to counter every single play. I might have made it sound easy, but believe me, it's going to take you a long time to finally reach that point, and the only way to speed up the process is just to play more solo arena. Now one of the biggest questions you may be asking yourself is, how should I be playing my arena games? Should I be W-keying them or should I be playing them safe? I always tell people to W-key in solo arena for a week and just see how it goes. If you really do have good mechanics and good aim and you're still dying when W-keying, it's most likely because you haven't fought enough different playstyles and you don't have enough fighting sense to predict players. And the best way to get better at this is just to play arena. You guys probably know that when you queue up into a solo arena game, you have absolutely no idea who you're going to face. There's such a wide range of players, from people who only carry SMGs and just spray, to the people with really bad mechanics and really good aim, aka console players. Each playstyle has its own weaknesses and strengths, and the only way to find out how to counter each one is just to face them over and over. If this video's been helping you out so far, it would mean a lot if you subscribe. We're so close to 1,000 subs, and hit the like button while you're down there. Another thing creative warriors struggle with a lot is getting used to the laggier arena lobbies. Most of them are 0 ping and high frames in creative, and then they'll hop into arena and they can't do their quad edit retakes and they'll just give up because of the delay. The skills and mechanics you've built up from creative are going to help you in arena, but you have to adapt them to the laggier lobbies. You're not going to be able to edit course around everywhere, and to be honest, doing that is not going to help you. If you always crank up when you see someone, you're going to waste mats and you're going to attract third parties, because in arena, anytime there's a single gunshot, 500 people start sprinting over there to join the fight. If you're constantly getting third partied or just getting caught in huge build fights, I would recommend trying to box fight people more often. If you approach someone and they start cranking up 10 layers, just box up and wait for them to drop on your wall instead of trying to build battle them. Go for a quick edit shot on them and then start applying pressure. Getting good at arena is all about ending fights as fast as possible so you can move on to the next fight right away and get the most amount of practice possible. Anytime you watch a pro play arena, they always seem to kill their opponent within a few seconds, and it doesn't seem like they're doing anything fancy, and that's because they're not. They just have really good aim, and they know what plays to go for that'll help them end the fight fast without taking a lot of damage in return. One thing I do want to stress that I haven't really mentioned yet is that you should be playing solo arena, not duos or trios. All of the tips about W keying and fighting in this video all apply to solos, and it's because solos is way better for practice. If you're playing trios and your teammates are killing everyone and you're really not doing anything, yeah, you're going to be gaining points, but you're not going to be improving. I'm not saying you can't play with your friends, but if you really want to improve at arena, you have to play solos. Now, most of the time when really good creative players die in arena, they aren't dying to good players, they're actually dying to bad players. Like I said earlier, you never know who you're going to run into in arena, and when some kids start spraying their SMG at your face, most creative warriors panic because they've never really run into someone that plays like that. Take my advice, do not underestimate players in arena. You may see someone who looks absolute garbage and decide to hop in their box, but trust me, most of the time they're either just going to max you or they're going to hit every shot with their SMG. I usually try to take their wall first, and if I do, I'll go for a safe peek from a box away so I know they can't run at me. Don't try to slack off and not try, because all it takes is one bad edit or one hard shot to lose the fight. Another thing I see a lot of creative players struggling with is confidence. They feel comfortable in creative because it's familiar to them, but whenever they play arena, they get nervous and choke their edits and shots. I'm here to tell you that there's no need to be nervous. If you're nervous you're going to lose arena points, then ingrain in your mind that arena is just for practice and not for arena points. The points will come when you start to get better at arena, and until that time you should be totally ignoring your hype. One thing that can help with confidence is pretending like you're in creative while you're playing arena. Envision yourself box fighting your friend in creative when you go to box fight someone in arena. Envision yourself in zone wars when you're in endgame. Try to trick your mind into thinking you're in creative, and you'll become a lot more confident and a lot less nervous. You should also not take arena too seriously. I'm not saying don't care about dying, just think of arena as practice and experience and not as a serious tournament that's super serious to win. If you die, it's not the end of the world, and anytime you watch pros play arena or tournaments, they think the exact same way. If they do die, they just go back to the lobby and focus on their next game. At the end of the day, it all comes down to the more you play arena, the better you're going to get at it. So keep up the grind, and trust me, improvements will come. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're struggling with your aim like I was talking about earlier and need help improving it, click on this video. With all that being said, I'll see you guys next time.